Haunted Hospital, located in Denmark. This hospital has been providing basic medical services to the public for many years. However, there are numerous rumors about this hospital that have been slowly increasing. It is said that this place is haunted, particularly the women's ward, the bathrooms, and the adjacent corridors, which are considered unsafe at night. One night, a nurse named Alma, who had recently joined the hospital, was attending to a patient in the women's ward. Suddenly, she heard the sound of crying in the corridor. Wondering who could be crying at such a late hour, she went to investigate. Despite hearing the crying, she found no one there. This struck her as very strange. Alma began to feel afraid as the crying grew louder, but there was still no one around. She returned to the patient's room, and as she turned, she felt a presence behind her. Before she could do anything, the lights in the corridor started flickering and then stopped suddenly. Alma sensed something unnatural was happening. The crying grew louder, and when Alma looked behind her, she saw a woman in patient clothing sitting on the floor beside the wall, scratching it and crying repeatedly, "They wronged me." Alma was frozen with fear, unable to comprehend what was happening and who this woman was. When she approached the woman, she noticed that the lower part of her body was covered in blood. As the woman turned towards Alma, she was horrified to see a dead baby in the woman's hands. The woman started moving towards Alma, repeating, "They wronged me. You killed me." Terrified, Alma couldn't move. The woman's eyes were filled with rage. Gathering her courage, Alma ran to the upstairs bathroom and hid. She reached for her phone to call for help, only to realize she had left it in the women's ward. Alone and frightened in the bathroom all night, Alma feared facing the terrifying woman outside. Suddenly, there was a loud knocking on the bathroom door, which stopped abruptly. When she looked in the bathroom mirror, she saw the blood-covered woman standing behind her in the reflection. Turning around in fear, she saw no one there. Feeling like she was losing her mind, she just wanted to escape. She knew the other nurses were upstairs in the nurses' room, but to reach them, she had to pass through the corridor where she had seen the terrifying woman. With no other choice, she decided to run directly upstairs. While running, she tripped over something and fell. Looking at what she had collided with, she froze in terror. It was the corpse of the woman she had seen in the corridor. Seeing the woman's body made Alma feel nauseous, and she fainted. When she woke up the next day, she found herself as a patient in the hospital, connected to 4 drips, with several nurses around her. She recounted her experience to everyone, but no one believed her. They suggested she take some days off to rest, thinking she wasn't taking care of her health due to work stress. That evening, an elderly nurse visited Alma and told her she believed her story. The nurse revealed that the woman Alma had seen was named Shea. About 20 years ago, Shea was in the late stages of her pregnancy and was admitted to the hospital due to unusual complications. The doctors informed her family that only one of them could be saved. The family chose to save the baby. On the same day, a fire broke out at her husband's house, killing her entire family. Since then, many have claimed to see Shea's spirit wandering the women's ward of the hospital. After hearing this, Alma immediately decided to resign from her job. She even stopped working night shifts in other hospitals.